Hey guys, Nightshroud 31 here, and welcome to part 5 of my Stride to Victory playthrough. In this episode we're going to fight Kumi. Now, as you can see, at the bottom it says free. This actually means that this isn't a card fight we have to do, but we can do if we want to, and I am going to do this card fight. So, without further ado, let's get going. Okay. Okay, so apparently you helped her with the quest. I'm not too sure on that one though, so... yeah. Anyway. Oh, we are helping her with the quest by card fighting her, right? As you can see, I have a new deck. This is a Kagura one. It's not entirely finished yet, as I'm still missing 2 cards. But I should be able to finish it off relatively soon. The reason I have a new deck is because for the last 4 parts I was using Kagura, and sorry, what am I saying? For the last 4 videos I used Royal Paladin, and I thought it's probably going to be relatively boring just watching me use the same deck over and over again, so I thought I'm going to switch it up a bit and make a new deck. This is the result. So yeah, I really wonder how this card fight is actually going to play out, all things considered. I really look forward to this fight though, because I did hear that it is supposed to be relatively hard, so... okay, good news is I have all the grades I need. Bad news is I would prefer to have to ride that perfect god. And I think I just redrew one of the cards I just put in, so... oh well. If I'm lucky, I get a different grade 1 on my draw phase. As you can see, she used Battle Sisters, which was actually quite formidable if you know how to use it properly. In my opinion, anyway. Okay, seeing I did not get a different grade 1, I'm going to have to ride the Perfect God. Which I guess isn't too much of an issue, but I would have preferred not having to ride the Perfect God. Then again, I guess everyone who plays this game kind of knows what they're on about. Okay, so she guards that. Not entirely sure why exactly, but I get a critical trigger anyway, which lets me get through. Oh, actually, I do plan to use a different critical trigger, but that one I'm using currently. Okay, so she gets a stand trigger, which does help, I guess. Well, somewhat anyway. And she gets a critical trigger as well. Okay. I'm not going to guard that attack. And I get a heal trigger, which would have probably been better as the second damage, but I took damage there, and that's a thing. Of course I don't want to guard. Yeah, I think I am actually going to guard that. Which in hindsight was probably a good thing, actually. Okay, let's see what I draw. Okay, that's actually really helpful because that does allow me to get the main grade 3 I need for the deck. But first, I am going to ride. Next, I'm going to call. And then I'm going to call. Mainly because this actually does allow me to look for... you have to reveal a grade 3 for him. First skill to look for specifically Pivoting Blade Master, which allows me to add it to my hand, and then I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard him. And let's get to attacking now. Because you should actually guard that. And she does. Okay. Then let's stack with the Vanguard. That's not too bad, actually. Since that is the Generation Break 1 10k attacker. Vanguard only, but it's still good. It's still a good card, I feel. Okay. I'm trying to remember what it does, but I think it's Soul Blast 1, Counter Blast 1, draw a card. And that's Superior Cooling Unit. Oh yeah, that's that card, isn't it? And gains an additional attack, because there's no cards in the Soul, I believe. No, okay, that's a different card then. I am going to take that because I'm not actually too bothered by that. Okay. I'm going to let the next two attacks hit. More because I don't really feel the need to guard at this point since I'm on 2 damage. Well, now 3. Okay, this was 2 of them in a row. But as I was saying, this at maximum will put me on 4 damage, which honestly not too bothered by. What does bother me a bit though is that I just lost a second perfect card. Okay. Let's ride the Vanguard. And yes, I do plan to stride. I'm going to stride into you. Actually, I could discard you, couldn't I? The good thing about this card, in my opinion, is, and with that I mean Draconic Blade Master, is the fact that you can counterblast 1 on stride to retire pretty much any card you want. And I'm going to retire him. And I can actually activate both the skills, and I'm actually going to activate his skill first. I'm actually going to activate Sully's skill first because this does force him to retire another card, meaning I can give him an additional power. Which I could have theoretically done the other way around. Actually, no, I couldn't have. What am I actually saying? I couldn't have actually done that. Now the question is if I want to commit everything to the field, which I think I actually could do theoretically. Actually, why not? Actually, no, I'm actually going to not do that. I'm going to call the 10k guard there. I'm going to call the 10k guard, the 10k attacker there. And I'm going to call the critical trigger there. Mainly because I can use his skill during my turn to put him into the soul to draw a card. And next I'm actually going to activate Mustafa's skill because he does allow me to retire counterblast to unflip 1 and to retire that, which not only gives my Dragonite additional power, but also allows him to now unflip when he counter charge damage when he hits. which I personally feel is actually pretty good. I forgot that I actually did that. Well, no, I didn't forget, but I actually should have attacked in a different order. Well, if I'm lucky. I was gonna say if I'm lucky I get a trigger, and yeah. I can do that. Then I actually get 2 criticals, which means if Kumi doesn't get a heal trigger, then I've won right here. Okay, so that's 1 damage. 2 damage was a stand, but not a heal. Okay, that just happened, and that was not planned at all. I just beat Kumi with a Vanguard at crit 3 on maybe turn 3 or 4. I'm going to be entirely honest, that was completely unexpected. Okay, Kumi is now explaining to Toka that I basically gave her a card fight because she asked me about it. And Toka just asked Kumi if it was fun, and Kumi found it very fun. And the Roger said thanks, and yeah, pretty much that was it. Yeah, I'm gonna be entirely honest, I didn't actually expect the triple crit there. Well, the triple drive too, which being crit triggers. Honestly, I didn't expect it. And, yeah. That's a thing. Guess I'm going to go in here. Actually, I think I'm going to end the episode. I think I'm actually going to end the episode here, and okay, there's actually a free fight with Shion, so that's actually anything other. Well, that's mission, that's the shop, that's missions, that's the main quest, and then there's, sorry about that, and then there's fight, Shion. I guess I could fight Shion as well, actually, this episode. Actually, I think I'm going to end this episode here and fight you in the next episode. So, I'll see you guys next episode where I fight Shion. See ya.